Hello, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, friends of the SSL. My name is Predrag Dobrić, and it's my pleasure to bring you Matchday 16 of the Minors League. Now, I often repeat myself when I do commentary saying how this is a very important match day, and I'll be saying this again. It is a very important match day. More specifically for the title, as we see Capstad currently leading, going to play against Montreal in second place. And just behind them is Paris, who is playing against Cairo City, and they're a favorite in that match. Obviously, seeking to get a positive result from that game and keep up with Montreal, and hopefully look to surpass them and Capstad. So, a very important match day here could quite easily determine the winner of the league. Of course, we have every match here to watch, not just these two. So I'm sure there'll be something here for everyone. So we start off our first match with Inter London playing against North Shore United. North Shore being the clear favorite here. Didn't have as successful of a season this time around as they did the many before, but still holding strong and keeping in that top half. And they're the clear favorites going into this match. A chance here for North Shore United really early. Dobrić to ball. Ball can't get to it, but it gets to James. Ball again. To James, who shoots, but it's blocked. Poggio kicks it away. Bowling back to Matchday, who tries to get it past Gunn, but he safely grabs it. Warwick now again will throw in. Summers to Rashford, but it gets saved by Gunn Jr. again. A very impressive goalkeeping performance by Gunn Jr. for this season. Rashford delivers a corner, headed away, but only for another corner. Now a chance for Rashford to repeat that. Maybe get a more favorable result. But it's headed away again. Almost kicked into the goal by James, but I think it was one of his own teammates that ended up accidentally knocking the ball away. Ball still with North Shore. Rashford. Warwick. And the ball finally gets that goal he's been looking for. 10 minutes in, North Shore lead 1-0. Let's take a look at that. So Rashford passes it to Dobrić, who passes it to Warwick. Warwick looks for a cross and finds it. Can't get it to Summers, but ball's there to pick it up. Now London are 1 goal down. Lichtensteiner to Francis to Dobrić. Matchday claims the ball easily. Now Warwick to Rashford. Back to Mobek. Chicken. Rashford to Warwick. Warwick making the run, but can he make the cross? He does. It's with ball, and almost another goal immediately, but this time saved by Gunn Jr. He was going to get fooled the same way twice. Rashford delivers a corner, and it's headed over. Now a chance for London to build something, but the pass gets headed away. Still with London possession. Bear with a long ball to Dobrić, who can't get to it. Now Warwick. Once again. But this time it gets intercepted. Summers to Dobrić. Dobrić finds the cross, and it's headed just wide. That looked to be in there for a moment. And Warwick with a throw-in to Summers. Dobrić. Chicken. Matchday. Ball. Ball for cross to James, and it's saved. Now Chicken to deliver a corner. Headed away, but only back to Rashford. Dobrić to Chicken. Chicken to Dobrić. James shoots, and it's saved. A bit of lovely passing from North Shore there. Chicken to Gibraltar. Chicken again. Tries to get it to James, but can't get past Liechtensteiner. Very dominant early game by North Shore, but that is to be expected. Chicken. Matchday. Warwick. Finds the pass, and Summer finds the goal. And that's 2-0 for North Shore United. London just have no answer for Warwick making that run on the right-hand side. Summers at the right place at the right time, and North Shore doubled their lead. Rashford with a corner. Headed away, but still in the box. Shoots, and it's saved. No, it's actually a miss. Looked like a save there for a moment. Rashford corner again. Still in a dangerous position, but it's kicked away. Dobrić with the ball. Long ball to Warwick. The victim heads it away. No, it was actually Banana. Now another throw in by Warwick. Warwick with the ball. To Ball. Great cross, but it didn't go in. Now a chance for London maybe to counterattack. It won't come to anything, unfortunately. Warwick once again making the run and makes the cross, and it's once again a goal, this time by Miko Rashford the third. I mean, what did I say? They cannot stop Warwick running on that right side. So much open space. Gets past everyone. Just finds that cross. And Rashford there for another tap in. And Warwick's just setting them up for his team. Victim to Francis. Waynes. Waynes to Kane. Kane back to Francis. Francis tried to for a through ball, but it's intercepted. Now James. James to Dobrić. Dobrić to Warwick. Warwick heads it over. Chicken to deliver corner. Headed away, but still with Chicken. Passes to Rashford. Rashford shoots. It's almost in. It hits the post. And it's a penalty. Banana was brought down as Gunn came out to claim the ball. No, it was actually Bear that brought him down. Banana steps up to take the penalty. And sends Gunn Jr. the other way, bringing the lead to 4-0. Common collected delivery to the complete other side of where Gunn went. Tillman to Lichtensteiner. Lichtensteiner scores! What a run! What a run from Lichtensteiner. Let's take a look at that again. Tillman passes it to Lichtensteiner, and he decides he'll just make a run on his own. Get past everyone, and off the post. Scores, gets at least one back for Inter London. Chicken with the ball to Dobrić. Matera to Gibraltar. James to Summers. Summers to Warwick. Warwick once again on that right hand side, though this time doesn't choose to keep going. And Summers just strikes it a bit over the goal. And at the end of the first half, it's 4-1 towards North Shore United. A very dominant performance. And currently we're looking at a Man of the Match award for Warwick, if the game continues at this tempo. London were able to get one back, so you never know. Now it's time for substitutions. See if the teams will try anything different in the second half. London definitely need a bit of a break. The North Shore might calm their tempo as well. No substitutions. Warwick once again makes the run. Crosses it. But this time it's claimed by Gunn Jr. Lichtensteiner. Bear. Francis. Back to Gunn Jr. Lichtensteiner again. Back to Gunn Jr. again. Kane. The ball, it's intercepted by Ball. Ball makes a run on his own, shoots, and it's saved by Gunn Jr. Corner by Rashford. Headed away. With Inter London. Can Dobrić get to it? No, it goes out of play. Warwick with a throw-in to Summers. Summers to Rashford. Rashford shoots and it's saved by Gunn Jr. And 4 goals by North Shore, but it's really hard to say that any of them were Gunn Jr.'s fault. Putting in a fantastic performance as goalkeeper. Schumann. The pass gets intercepted by Warwick, but it gets intercepted by Kane. Francis. Lichtensteiner. Perhaps a chance for a second goal. Schumann. Poggio. Victim to Francis. To Waynes. Waynes tries to cross, but it's kicked away for a corner. Corner by Sanji. Headed away, but still with Sanji. Passes it to Waynes. Back to Francis. They try to get it to Kane, but it's kicked away. A bit of life from the London team. There's still some fight in them. Though as we head into the 70th minute, it seems very likely that North Shore will be walking away with all 3 points. Liechtensteiner to Waynes. Waynes shoots and it's saved by Mobek. Mobek didn't get a lot of action so far. Seems like that's gonna change. Sanji crosses it and it's headed away. But Poggio gets to it. Unfortunately, it doesn't take a good touch and it goes out for a throw-in. Bad pass intercepted by Sjomen. Dobrić. Passed it to Kane, who heads it almost in, but Mobek saves it. Poggio now to deliver a corner. Headed away. Liechtensteiner to Dobrić. To Stanji, but he gets headed away. Ball now. Gibraltar. Long ball. Over to James, but he can't properly get to it. Now Francis to Liechtensteiner. Liechtensteiner to Sjomen. Sjomen to Poggio. Kane. Kane scores. And it's 4-2. Kane gets a second for London. Great bit of team play there. I don't want to yet say London is back in this game, but I've seen stranger things happen. North Shore got a bit complacent. Thought they had this one in the bag. And by most accounts, they did. Bear to victim. Waynes. Kane. Back to victim. Francis. Sanji. Waynes. Ball gets taken. Now it's with Warwick again. A long ball to Dobrić. Dobrić finds the pass. Summer shoots and he misses. Poor pass from Francis. Ends up in North Shore possession. Warwick now with the ball. Passes it to Dobrić. Warwick again. Banana. Shoots way over. Could have taken a touch or two more just to center himself. We head into the final few minutes of the game. It looks likely that this is going to be the final result. 4-2 for North Shore United. A very dominant performance and a well-earned victory. The London had a few chances and they took them well. And that's the end. 4-2. And a well-earned Player of the Match award by Chris Warwick. Absolutely unstoppable on that right-hand side. Though my second vote would have gone to Stun Gun Jr. Just so many saves. A good game to start us off for the match day. Well, we head into a very important match for the title race now. I believe that the second game coming up is Capstad against Montreal. Indeed it is. Capstad, borrowing the formation from Paris. And Montreal United with a 4-2-2. I don't know if they've used that one so far this season. Capstad currently stand 5 points above, but Montreal are directly behind them. So if they win this match, that goes down to 2. And Capstad also have a match against Paris, who are currently 3rd. So not an easy final stretch of games for Capstad, that's for sure. Sinclair. Ball gets taken by Gorgon, and nothing will come from the first chance. Now Lightning delivers a free kick, headed away, but still with Capstad. Dobra on the ball. Dobra still shoots, and it's off the mark. Muno to King. King to Millwall. Skavgard to Dobrić. Dobrić passes it to Dina Skavgard. Power. But Power gets dispossessed. Now it's Lightning. Gorgon. Gorgon passed. What a cross! Let's take a look at that. How close was that to the corner line? Let's take a look at Gorgon right here. So Lightning passes it to Gorgon. Gorgon makes the run. Can't get past Xavier. So that was almost out. What an inch perfect cross. And Ashworth is there to get it into the goal. Capstad take an early lead. Clark to Alexander. Mizukana shoots, and it's just off the post. Sinclair was offside, and he tried to go for the second ball. Now Goku with the throw-in. The ball gets intercepted by Sinclair. He passes to Dobrić, who shoots, and it's immediately 1-1, getting his 18th goal of the season. A bit of poor play from Capstad, and a great moment. Let's take a look. So they tried this. Yeah, they tried to pass it to Skavgard, and Sinclair intercepted it, and Dobrić was ready there to pounce on it immediately. And just like that, in the first 10 minutes, it's already 1-1. Ooh, Maverick Jones with an injury. Luckily, they do have a second goalkeeper. So Dexter Hall will be going in to pick up the rest of the game. That could have been really bad. Oh, and then immediately another injury. This time on Montreal's side, Power gets injured. Bit of a rough game. Tom Madison will be coming in to replace Power. Bad injury on both sides. Dobra tries to get it to Goku, who heads it, but wasn't that well, and was offside. And just like that, already 35 minutes have gone by. Dina with a corner. Headed away. Madison, back to Dina. Dina to Millwall. Xavier. Xavier gets it to Mizukana. Shoots, but it's saved. Dina to deliver a corner again. Headed away. Madison. Dina. Millwall shoots, but it's blocked. Clark. Alexander shoots it way over. Muno to Dina. Dina to Millwall. Millwall to Clark. Clark to Mizukana. To Madison. Shoots, and it's saved by Hall. Dina with another corner. Headed away. And then headed over. Now Capstad with the ball. Gorgon tries to get past Mizukana. Tries that pass again. Lightning gets blocked. A great chance there, but nothing came from it. And now we're coming to the end of the first half. And the score is 1-1. It's debatable if Paris would even like this result. They would probably prefer that Capstad lose. Now time for substitutions. Well, we already had some unfortunate early substitutions. Both teams picked up an injury. Luckily, both teams had the fitting players to replace said injuries. So it shouldn't be affecting the team's performance that much. But do they maybe have some tactical substitutions? Indeed, there are 2 for Capstad. Poor pass by Xavier. Now ball with Capstad, but no early chance yet. Moff and Kupinas come in as the 2 new wingers. A very rough and physical game, as we see with the number of cards picked up and the injuries. Dina with the corner now. Headed away. Back to Dina. Mizukana shoots, but it's blocked. Kupinas now. Makes the run. Can't get past Clark, so passes it back to Goku. Goku makes the overlapping run. Lightning shoots and saved by Muno. Now with Madison to Sinclair. Is this a counterattack for Montreal? No, Sinclair can't get past his man. Millwall to Xavier. Xavier makes a deep run, passes it to Dina. Dina to Millwall. Millwall to Alexander. Alexander shoots, and it's saved by Hall. Many long shots from Montreal, but many accurate long shots as well. Pantabens, blocked by King. Calderon. Moth, blocked by Mizukana. Now Sinclair with the ball. Passes it to Mizukana. Alexander. Alexander finds the pass, and it's Sinclair. Maggie Sinclair to pick up the second goal of the game. A great bit of team play there. And Alexander makes the run, finds the pass. Dobrić lets it go past him, and Sinclair is there to shoot it right into the net. Mizukana to Madison. Is this immediately a chance again? Millwall back to King. Patient build-up. Millwall to Clark, who's open. Clark passes it back to Millwall. Mizukana shoots. What a long shot from Kori Mizukana, picking up the first goal of the season. I said earlier that Montreal's game plan seemed to be a bunch of accurate long shots, and it works. Immediately, they pick up 2 goals back-to-back, and now are in lead 3-1. A lucky deflection from Hall. Unfortunate for Capstad, but it was an accurate shot to begin with. Now Lightning with a corner for Capstad. Can they bring the lead back down to 1? Headed over. Now with 20 minutes left, Montreal have a very comfortable result. Lightning again trying to deliver a corner. And again headed away. But only back to Lightning. Who tries another cross, and this one is saved by Muno. Fantabens now to deliver from the other side. Headed away. Calderon. A long shot way over. Muno with a long ball. Headed away, but intercepted by Mizukana. Madison now. Ball ends up with Dina. Dina makes the run. Passes it to Sinclair, who gives it to Madison, and Madison picks up his first goal as well. Mizukana and Madison both picking up their first goals and taking the lead to 4-1. What a bunch of fantastic team play from United. And players we wouldn't expect picking up goals with Mizukana and Madison. Dina with the corner. And Montreal gonna try to get a 5th. And it's headed over. By Millwall. About 10 minutes left. Intercepted with Madison. Back to Muno. Muno with a long ball. Headed by Dobrić, but straight back into Capstad possession. Moff. To Obranka. Lightning. Gets it to Fantabens. Fantabens scores, but I think he was offside. Let's take a look what the VAR says. VAR says that it was offside. Disallowed. Yeah. Was offside, definitely. King to Mizukana. Dobrić shoots, but it's blocked. Mizukana back to Dina. Madison tries to cross it in, but it's claimed by Hall. Hall now with the long ball. Goku. Intercepted. Now Millwall with the ball. To Clark. Mizukana. Sinclair. Dobrić shoots. And it's another accurate long shot that Hall has to jump and save. And this seems to be the last chance of the game. Do it to Goku, who crosses it in, and Ashford tries to score it, but Moon is there to save yet again. And it's the final corner for Capstad. Lightning to deliver. Can they get a second? No. No chance. And Dobrić heads it away. And the game ends 4-1. Very physical and hard-fought game. 2 injuries, many yellow cards. In the end, it was 2 rookies who pulled through for Montreal, both scoring their first goal. A well-earned Player of the Match award for Sinclair, 2 assists and a goal. Many cards picked up by the team. They knew how important this game was and they fought for it. But the league is still in Kapstad's hands. They lost this match, but they're still in the lead by 2 points. It only comes down to the later matches. If they lose again, they're likely to be taken over. Now we head into the third match. And it's Cairo City against AS Bears. Paris probably just as happy with the previous result as Montreal was. As if they get a win here, they're also only 2 points behind Kapstad. And in fact, they have a game against Kapstad left. So their fate is in their hands. Lizard. No early chance for Paris. Dybala with corner. Headed away. But only back to Dybala. Lizard shoots and it's way over. But they'll actually block the shot. So it's out for another corner. Dybala to deliver again. Headed away. But only back to Silverwine. But there's no other chance for Paris early. Ultimus to Sinclair. Narvaez, but intercepted by Aoi, only back to Snezhevna. Aoi with the ball again. Gets past Narvaez. Cross, over to Bradford. Who heads it, but it's saved. Now Lizard to deliver a corner from the other side. Kicked away. McFoot kicks to Lizard. The ball gets intercepted. Out of Cairo, do they have a chance for counterattack? Poor pass. Gets intercepted by Lizard. McTendy to McFoot kicks. Okora. Aoi. Okora. Lizard. Lizard to Bradford. Bradford shoots and it's blocked and out for another corner. Lizard to deliver again. Headed away. Cairo with the ball, long ball by the keeper. A poor pass by Fennerhausen. Strum shoots, but it's out wide and out for a corner. Narvaez Jr. to deliver, perhaps a chance for Cairo to take the lead, but headed away by Aoi. Kinderlin to Ultimus. Slofensen. No chance for Cairo either. McFoot kicks. Lizard to Bradford. Bradford passes back to Lizard, crosses it in, and it's headed in by Dybala. And Paris finally break down the Cairo defense. A good bit of combination play between Bradford and Lizard. And then Lizard finds a cross, Dybala heads it over, and Canders can't get to it. And it's 1-0 towards Paris. Aoi with a throw into Silverwine to Dybala. And immediately it's 2-0. Dybala finds A laser accurate pass right through the middle between players. Starts a throw-in from Aoi. Silverwine gets a pass to Dybala. Dybala finds one hell of a pass to Wins, and Wins taps it in. And immediately it's 2-0. Can they make it 3-0 in just a few minutes? Headed away. Aoi. Silverwine. Akoro. Foot kicks. Lizard. Wins. Belmont. And they do immediately make it 3-0. In just a few minutes, Paris score 3 in a row. And Belmont gets yet another goal. Nobody's even close to him for the Golden Boot. Herrera. Headed away. Turn back to Herrera. Kenderlin shoots and it scores. Kenderlin picks up one for Cairo City. A bit of combination play after a first poor delivery. Then Kenderlin just outside the box shoots and it's off the post into the goal past McTendy. Now Paris with a corner. Headed over by McFoot Cakes. Lizard with a throw-in. Still in Paris possession. Dybala. And it's blocked and out for a corner. Dybala to deliver. Headed away. Sinclair shoots and it's saved by McTendy. Herrera. Headed away. But back to Herrera. Passes to Ultimist. Back to Herrera. Intercepted by Ali. Gutierrez. Sinclair. A long ball over to Strom. Strom shoots and gets past McTendy. But was he onside? Is the goal going to be accepted? And it's not. He's offside. Cairo was very happy for a moment there. But no, that is a very big offside. Poor pass intercepted by Narvaez. Cairo are really back in it. Snezhevna to Della. Kenderlin to Slatkeris. And Kenderlin was fouled. And they called for a penalty. And Cairo once again have a chance to lower the difference to 1 goal. Sturm's gonna take it. And it's straight into goal past McTendy. McTendy even guessed the right side but just couldn't get to it. And it's 3-2. And Cairo have a lifeline. Just straight through. McTendy couldn't do anything about it. And Cairo have hope. It's 3-2 at the end of the first half. Paris were the much more dominant team, but Cairo was not going to give up without a fight. No substitutions, and we head straight into the second half. Snezhevna passes it back to Kanders. Slofenson. Narvaez. Sinclair. Sitkeris. And he is fouled by Wins. Poor pass by Herrera, intercepted by Belmont. Makes the run. Finds the pass to Bradford, and it's saved by Kanders. Lizard, now to deliver a corner. Headed away. Lizard finds the pass by Bradford, but he's blocked. Lizard again with a corner. Headed away, but only back to Lizard. Lizard shoots, and it's blocked and saved. So the Lizard to deliver a corner again. Saved again. So many back-to-back chances. We're only 3 minutes into the second half. Headed away. Dybala shoots, and it's over the goal. So many chances in those 3 minutes. Lizard makes the run. Pass it to Silverwine, shoots, and it's saved by Kanders. Paris want to get that lead to at least another goal, so they can breathe a bit easier. A quota to Lizard. Quota to Dybala, but Dybala was offside. Lizard with a throw-in. Lizard passes to McFoot-Kicks, wins. Aoi. A quota to... Tries to get it to Dybala, but Snezhevna intercepts it. McFoot-Kicks. Bradford to Wins. Wins to Lizard. Lizard... But it's saved by Kanders. Wins. Dybala, is he onside? Looks like he was, but Slofenson takes care of it. Sinclair. Intercepted by Okoro. McFoot-Kicks. Lizard. Bradford. To Dybala. And it's another goal. And it's 4-2 to Paris. Fantastic bit of play. Belmont lets it go completely past him to Dybala, who's unmarked, and just slots it in. Goes with a cross, saved by Kanders. Kanders with a long ball. Headed away by Paris, now in their possession. Belmont. Lizard. Silverwine. Is he onside? Let's see what VAR says. He was onside. And it's 5-2. A fantastic cross from Lizard. And we see that, yeah, he was just onside. And for one touch shot. slots it in. Ultimus. Intercepted by Aoi from Slofensen. Aoi tries to get across, but Snezhevna gets in the way and it's out for a corner. Dybala to deliver. Headed away by Ultimus. But only back to Dybala. Silvervine. McFoot kicks. Fensterhausen. Nothing will come from it. Lizard to McFoot kicks. Wins. Silverwine. Belmont finds Dybala. Great tackle by Narvez, but ball still with Paris. Okoro. Aoi. Dybala. Shoots and it's saved by Canders. Lizard to deliver. And claimed by Canders. Dybala. Silverwine to Dybala. Shoots and it's off the target. 10 minutes left in the game. A very dominant Paris performance. There was a moment there in the first half where it looked like Cairo were going to scare them. Corner for Cairo. Can they get a third? Safely gathered by McTendy. Long ball. With Bradford now. Wins. Bradford across and headed over. Final few minutes of the game. McFoot kicks. The Bradford. Fensterhausen. Aoi. Dybala. And it's out for a corner. Dybala delivers. It's headed away. Paris still has possession. One last corner. Headed away again. And that's all. A 5-2 victory for Paris. Looked a bit close there for a moment at the end of the first half, but Paris were comfortable in the second and extended their lead. Dybala of 2 goals and an assist, a well-earned Player of the Match award with a 10 rating. All in all, a comfortable performance from a team that was expected to win this. And they delivered on these expectations. We have 2 games left, Afna against Krongfep and Seoul against Rapid Magyar. Very exciting game so far. Let's see if the trend continues. Sol against Rapid Magyar. Sol start us off. Walker to Lasso. Lasso to the Hiron. But Lind's there. Snorlax kicks it away. Now Jimotos. Doug. Stamp. But can't get past the Hiron. Asprey. Long ball over. But only finds Lind. Disappointment. Shoots. It was actually blocked by Kawasaki. Great early chance by Magyar, and they have a corner now. Headed away. Actually, it was headed over. A bit of early aggression from Rapid Magyar. Jenkins. Stamp heads it over. Kawasaki. The Hiron. Back to Asprey. Primaris. Back to Asprey again. Stein. Jenkins. Panda. Jimotos now with the ball. Magyar with the counterattack. Stamp. Fantastic dribbling, but no goal in the end. Now Panda with the counterattack. And no chance will come from that either. A close game. Walker to the Hiron. The Hiron finds a cross. Panda, and it's just wide. Now corner from the Hiron. Delivered to Bar. Back to the Hiron. Back to Bar, but the Hiron was offside. Asprey now. Ramirez. Walker. Lasso. Hungmin. The Hiron finds Bar. Bar finds Hungmin. And it's offside. Such a shame. Such a good bit of play. Walker to Lasso. Hungmin again. And it's off the post. Jenkins. The Hiron. Bar. Back to the Hiron. Back to Bar. Lasso. Kicked away by the Magyar defense. Very, very close game. Jimotos shoots, it's blocked. Doug. Martin. Shoots and blocked again. Stamp. Intercepted by Bar. He tries to get it to the Hiron, but just out. Milano. What a shot. Doug was offside, unfortunately. A very, very close game. Lots of chances on both sides. Both defenses steady. You would expect Seoul to be the favorite, but Matchday is playing just as well. Let's see if substitutions change anything. One substitutions. Simmons for Seoul. Milano to Lind. Poor pass, now with Simmons. Panda. Jenkins finds the cross, and it's headed over. Bar now. Saved by Snorlax. Ball still with Seoul. Kawasaki to Dehiron. Bar. Shoots and saved by Snorlax. Dehiron now to deliver a corner. And saved again by Snorlax. Lind to Martin. Stamp. Disappointment. And Justinson can't get past Asprey. Stamp now with a throw-in. Doug. Milano. Jumotos. Shoots. And it's wide. Bar. Headed away. Now Martin with the ball. Jumotos kicks it away. Dehiron. The bar. Lasso. Lasso shoots and it's just over. The game stays tight. Lind to Snorlax. Martin. Justinson. Bunsen. Bunsen shoots and it's saved by Asprey. Bunsen to take the corner. Seoul defense packed in the box. When it gets headed away. Bunsen still with the ball. No chance comes from it. We head into the 75th minute, still 0-0. They hit on with a throw-in. Lasso. Lasso to Simmons. Simmons shoots, and it's saved again by Snorlax. And it's out for another corner. Headed away. Hongmin shoots, but it's blocked. Simmons. Headed away. Milano. But it's back with Lasso. De Hiron. De Hiron shoots and it's saved again by Snorlax. Headed over by Kawasaki. And it's still 0-0. Bunsen to deliver a corner. Just a few minutes of game left. Headed away. Still with Bunsen. Bunsen shoot. No, it's Stamp. Stamp shoots and it's way over. 6 minutes of extra time. But the result looks like it's going to stay the same. Asprey with a long ball. Bar was offside. And that's it. 0-0. A rare result. But I'd say it was a just result, as both teams played very well. And they were very close in quality. Snorlax earning the Player of the Match award. But Asprey also could have just as likely earned it. Both keepers kept their sheets clean. And we head into the last match, Afna against Krungfep. Both teams known for taking points off of bigger clubs. So let's see what will happen when they meet each other. No, Afna in a much poorer run of form. Krungfep started us off. McGarry to Da Silva. Roger, Da Silva. Gaetano. Roger. Stroh. And it's claimed easily by Satoshi. Da Silva. To Roger. Da Silva headed it over by Stroh. A few early chances by Krungfep. Let's see if Afna can respond. Criminal. Headed away. Criminal with the ball again. Tries to get it to Steely. Now Kazmi kicks it away for a throw-in. Criminal now to deliver a free kick. Apostle heads it away. Elliot now. Can't get past Lorenzo. Satoshi. Long ball to Criminal. Kunitsuki's there to pick it up also. Panda to Morgenstern. Morgenstern to Steely. Steely shoots and it's wide. Da Silva to Caetano. Roger. Back to the Silva. Skopgard. Caetano. Elliott. Patterson. But nothing came from it. Now Caetano to deliver. A corner. Ooh, almost in, but saved. And the second shot was off target. Skopgard. Telkazmi. Back to Apostle. McGarry. Alkazmi. Stro. Elliott. Long shot, but it's saved by Satoshi. Caetano to deliver again. No goal just yet. Rivers kicks it away. Elliott with the ball. McGarry. No goal again. Though Kungfep definitely taking the game into their own hands. Afna had 2 chances, but not much came of them. Though maybe they can rectify that with a corner. And it's headed over. "40 minutes and still no goal. Kerrigan. McGarry. Skopgard. Da Silva. Roger. Caetano. Now, maybe a counterattack. No. Ball's taken back by Kungfep. Caetano. Alkazmi. Shoots, and it's saved by Satoshi. Caetano to deliver another corner. To Apostle. Alkazmi. Shoots and hits the ball. McGarry back to Apostle. Caetano. Skopgard. Apostle. McGarry. Patterson heads it over. And we end the first half 0-0. A few good chances by Afnai, but a much more dominant performance by Kungfep. And we can see in the shot heat map. Now it's time for substitutions. Let's see if either team changes their strategy for the second half. Afnai started us off in the second half. Morgenstern to Steely. Papadopoulos. Lorenzo. Schweinsteiger. Back to Lorenzo. Back to Morgenstern. Caetano intercepts the pass. Elliott. To Patterson. Schweinsteiger's there to keep the ball. No early goal. Criminal. Schweinsteiger. Rivers. Lorenzo. Morgenstern. Steely. Steely with the ball. It's intercepted by Apostle. Now Elliott. To McGarry. Elliott. Apostle. McGarry. Back to Apostle. Skovgaard. Da Silva. So finds a cross. And it's Patterson finally breaking the deadlock. 1-0 towards Kungfep in the 54th minute. Patterson finds a goal. Da Silva has lots of open space. Waits for everyone to line up in the box. Finds the cross. Gets past everyone and Patterson taps it in. You don't miss those. Well, at least you shouldn't. Lorenzo. A long ball, but now it's in Kungfep possession. Da Silva. Once again. Crosses it in. And Patterson finds a second goal. Is it onside? Does Da Silva find Patterson back to back? He does. The goal is awarded. Da Silva once again makes it down the right side, finds a cross. Patterson's in position and headed in. Excellent teamwork. Maybe it was smart or maybe it was lucky, but it definitely was onside. Apostle to McGarry. Long ball over to Oliver. Gets it to Patterson. Patterson shoots, and it's in a matter of seconds. It's 3-0. A hat-trick by Patterson. Was he onside again? No, he wasn't this time. Unfortunate for Patterson. Was not so good in his positioning this time. Criminal with a throw-in. Shoots, and it's just wide. Oliver. Gets past Criminal. Passes back to Caetano. Poor pass by Caetano. Now with Fafnai. Steely. Kunitsky, but Da Silva gets in there. But Kunitsky takes it from Elliott. Kunitsky shoots and it's off Skovgaard for a corner. Criminal to deliver. It's kicked away. If Fafnai can get one goal, this game will start being a lot closer. Morgenstern kicks it way over. Tatashi to Lorenzo. Schweinsteiger. Papadopoulos. A bit of poor defensive positioning means that Kungfep was able to get on the ball. But long shot ended up being saved by Satoshi. Now Caetano to deliver a corner. And it's headed in by Patterson for a hat-trick. And that right there is a true show of quality from a player like Patterson. Excellent positioning and timing. And a hat-trick to most likely bring his team victory. Caetano to deliver a corner again. Headed away. Skavgard to Oliver. Oliver shoots and it's blocked. Strode tries to get to it, but it's kicked away by Papapaulos. A cross by Apostle doesn't find anyone, unfortunately. And only a few minutes left. A free kick by Criminal. Shoots and just wide. Could have been a beautiful goal. 3 minutes of extra time. And that's going to come to a close very soon. Skavgard, Telkazmi, Apostle. And that's all she wrote. 3-0 for Kungfep, all free by Dom Patterson. A well-earned player of the match performance. I have to give credit to Da Silva for finding those two crosses. A great position from Kungfep's striker. Could be possibly looking for a move to majors soon. Afna had a few chances early on, but nothing concrete, and Krungfep was just allowed to take over the game, and they kept the tempo on their side. And that's the last game of the match day. A very exciting match day, with some very important games. Of course, the Paris, Cairo, and Capstad Montreal results were the biggest and most important in terms of the end of the league, but all games are fun to watch. And we end our top three with Capstad still being on 38 points, but Montreal and Paris being on 36. And either of those teams can catch Capstad if they do not focus for the last few games. Well, as I've said before, my name is Predrag Dobrić, and it's been a pleasure to bring this match day to you.